An unfolding humanitarian catastrophe. This is what the United Nations is describing as the situation in South Sudan. Deputy UN spokesman Farhan Haq said more than 23,000 South Sudanese are now in Uganda, and growing numbers are fleeing to Ethiopia and Kenya. Some 62,000 people are sheltering in UN compounds across South Sudan. UN officials say thousands have been killed and intense fighting is still being reported.
These are people who feared for their safety. The United Nations is here to protect civilians, and we opened the gate, never realizing how many people would come in. And people are still arriving, and that's worrying. But we're up to about 17,500 people who are here now, and slightly fewer in the other site that we have in the capital, so we're up to about 30,000 people.
The UN High Commission for Refugees, UNHCR, said that more than 23,000 South Sudanese have crossed into Uganda's West Nile region and were arriving at the rate of up to 2,500 a day. The UN said it was stretched to cope with the influx, which adds to refugees arriving from Democratic Republic of Congo.
We're still working on trying to get more water. The number of people who are at the camp is constantly growing, and so we still need to provide more water. We still need to build more latrines. We need to get supplies in. There's not enough shelter for people. As you know, the more people who come, the more crowded it becomes. So constantly we're battling against the conditions.
The life here in the camp is not good. We are lacking many things. I make tea so I can survive.
Meanwhile, one of South Sudan's most respected religious leaders says the warring parties in ceasefire talks hold the fate of the young nation in their hands.
It is time for us to talk of peace, to talk of development, to let our people have that rest that we have been in for war for 55 years. So this is the time for our people to rest, not the time for them to run, or not the time for them to be killed by their own brothers. It is very painful.
The Archbishop hails from the rebel-held town of Bor, which the army is battling to wrest back for a second time. The UN says fighting and explosions had been reported near the contested town of Bor. Carol Oyola, CCTV.